Hi, folks. Welcome to today's Coffee with John. It's not coffee, it's San Pellegrino, or to be honest, it would be Lemsip. A really sore throat. But we're on to these wonderful words, and I apologise slightly for the sound quality. I've left my mics down in the church, so I'm just doing this just off the laptop's mic. Verse 21. Now, we saw yesterday this fantastic promise that if our hearts condemn us, God is greater than our hearts. He knows everything. And then verse 21. Dear friends, if our hearts do not condemn us, we have confidence before God, and we receive from him anything we ask, because we keep his commands and do what pleases him. Now, that almost instantly sounds like a kind of works religion, isn't it? You do what God says, and he will do what you ask. But that's not really how this is going. First of all, if our hearts don't condemn us, we have confidence before God. Now, how can we have this confidence? So, God's answers to our prayers are not conditional on our obedience. What John is doing, and you can think of the many great promises about prayer that John knew, if you look at, for example, John chapter 14, verse 14, verses 16 to 23. This is not us getting carte blanche to do anything that we want. No child, if a child is given whatever they want by their parent, we call them spoiled. God's not promising that. What he's saying is that as we obey his commands and we become aware of his will, then our prayers more and more become indicative of that will or in line with that will, and we can be assured that that's what we have. In other words, we're not praying in the dark. We're not, if you like, shooting in the dark. He gives us the command later on, verse 23. We'll see what that is, because we keep his commands and we do what pleases him. And his command is, as we shall see tomorrow, to believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ. So God's commands are not burdensome, but it's really saying the confidence we have in our prayer is when we come to God as in the name of Jesus, trusting in Jesus, and we can know that he is our Father. I'm going through the Lord's Prayer in our own church in Scottskirk, and you can go online. In fact, on this YouTube channel, the sermons are there. And I've just found it enormously helpful. I've been trying to read a book on prayer each week as well, and I've just found it enormously helpful. But I think nothing is more helpful than this, that to recognize God as our Father and to recognize what it says here, we can have confidence. We receive from him anything we ask because we keep his commands and do what pleases him. So I know if I pray according to the will of God, that it's done. I don't have to persuade God. He is more than willing. So as we looked at this week, your kingdom come, your will be done. That's a prayer he's going to answer, isn't it? All right, I will love you and leave you, and hopefully I'll remember my mic tomorrow, and hopefully my throat won't develop into anything else. And hopefully you will remember to come before the Lord in prayer. I've been thinking about prayer so much recently, and just been amazed at the privilege of it, and just amazed at how much I've neglected it. So if I had one New Year's resolution above all other, it would be that the Lord would make me more faithful in prayer and more urgent and persistent and so on. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye.